In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, I greet you with the greeting of peace, the greeting of Islam. Assalamu alaikum. May the peace and blessings of God be upon you. I bear witness that none is worthy of worship but God alone. And Adam, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad were messengers of God who came to preach equality amongst humanity. As the Prophet Muhammad said that black is not better than white, nor is white better than black. God does not look at your outward forms, nor does he look at your wealth. And that is what tears humanity apart. Our wealth and our outward forms, whereby we judge each other and we tear each other down, forgetting that we have one Creator who looks not at the outward but at the inward, at our hearts and how we treated each other and how we uplifted each other. And that racism is ignorance of God. And racism is an offense to the Creator before even it's an offense to the creation. And that one cannot get nearer to the Creator when he oppresses the creation. The Quran says that God made us into different nations and tribes so that we can learn from each other, not that we hate each other. And that the diversity of our tongues and our skins, it is beauty from the diversity that God created. And we cannot be true believers unless we celebrate that diversity and pray at night but work by day for justice. The messengers of God were sent to establish justice amongst humanity, my brothers and sisters. And if we are not marching for justice, if we are not fighting for justice, if we are not suing for justice, if we're not educating for justice, then we are failing. Malcolm X said not long ago, before he was killed in his fight against oppression and injustice, he said, "That's not a chip on my shoulder, but that's your foot on my neck." And we must recognize that racism was deeply embedded in the founding of this country that we now call home. And the generations of state-sponsored racism continues to make our brothers and sisters in the black communities, the brown communities, pay a deep price. So let us commit to stand united, to fight all forms of racism and injustice, and we ask God to strengthen us to be forces of truth, of compassion, of empathy, of peace, of mercy, to call for equality through our prayers at night and our actions by day, that we stand regardless of our different religions and our backgrounds and our races to work for a society, oh God, strengthen us, to work for a society where children of all people, regardless of their race and or religion, can grow up proud of their faith and identity without fear of intimidation, without fear of harassment, without fear of discrimination. We ask you to give us the strength to work by day through our sweat, O Lord, to never again hear the words, "I can't breathe, I can't breathe." Because George Floyd was killed the day Eric Garner said, "I can't breathe," and no justice was brought to him or his family. We should work together with our brothers and sisters, our elected officials, our leadership here, and the people on the streets and in the offices, to make Tampa an ideal example of what America can be and become together. And I believe we have that here. Jews, Muslims, Christians, atheists, Arab, black, white, American, people of all different backgrounds united, calling for equality amongst humanity. That is the message of our God. That is the message of our messengers. Let us work together to make Tampa an example for how this nation should be. Thank you.